Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to the Chicago Cubs. Today we play through the off-season. We were so close last season. Very good regular season, then falling a little bit short in the NLCS. It will be the Diamondbacks, our conquerors, against the Angels in the World Series. But before any of that, we need to go and have our end-of-season award. So we'll go to that, come back, see who won the World Series, and try and strengthen this team. Just needs to be a little bit better, doesn't it, for the of a roster to get ourselves through the playoffs. So let's see what we can do.
Go Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! Hey Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are gonna win today.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Chicago Cubs End of Season Awards! Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chicago. No, thank you. Thank you so much and welcome to our End of Season Awards. It was a season that I thought was going to end in the World Series. Unfortunately, it ended a couple of games before that in the National Championship League. But NLCS, I think it's called, isn't it? So there we go. We were close. We're not far off, are we? We're not far off. We'll get there. We will get there. But the boys deserve a lot of credit and a big round of applause for their efforts this season. Well done, guys. Well done. The first award this evening is for the pitcher with the most wins, and this is just the biggest shock I think we've ever had in baseball history. I'd go as far as saying that. With 15 wins, it is bullpenner Brant Herz. Next up, it is the award for the highest batting average, and the average is a little low at 283, but the player is absolutely brilliant. So congratulations. Highest batting average goes to Vlad Jr. The next award is the Golden Bullseye, awarded to the player hit most by pitchers, and an absolutely stunning number this. 13 times this man was hit by a pitch. And he's earned this trophy. He earns this trophy. He really, really has. Might come with some ices. Maybe we should freeze the trophy and then you can use it to ice yourself down. Anyway, 13 times. Congratulations, William McQuaid. The next award is the Golden Anchor, awarded to the player who drags us down by hitting into the most double plays. And this guy, I mean, he just found ways to drag us down. He was the golden anchor in more than just grounding into double plays. An absolute embarrassment from first game to last of the regular season. And then suddenly Babe Ruth wannabe when he got to the postseason. But well done. 26 double plays hit into. That is phenomenal. Congratulations, Alex Bregman. Next up, it is the Golden Boot, awarded to the pitcher who has issued the most walks. And this guy is a favourite of mine, I've got to say, if for no other reason than the name. 69 walks he issued, which is going to be popular among certain members of the audience. But congratulations, the Golden Boot goes to DJ Herz. The next award are the Golden Glasses, awarded to the hitter who just struggles at times to see the ball and has struck out the most. And I've got to say, a surprise winner this year. Usually you expect, some of your big hitters to be out there leading this award, trying really hard, to crack the cover off the ball. But this guy not necessarily synonymous with that. So 145 strikeouts, a good effort nonetheless. Congratulations, Pete Crow Armstrong. The next award is the Golden K, awarded to the pitcher who has the most strikeout victims. And this guy, 170 strikeouts, more than cancelling out the walks. He's leader in both categories, obviously. Congratulations to the DJ Herz. The next award is the Golden Broom, awarded to our man who sweeps clean the bases, the man with the most RBIs. And it was 100 on the nose this year. You always feel like you need somebody getting those 100 RBIs. So congratulations. The Golden Broom goes to Vlad Jr. Now it is time to acknowledge our pitcher with the best or lowest ERA. Typically this goes to a bullpen pitcher, and this season is no different. So with an ERA of 2.74, congratulations goes to Carlos Vargas. The next award is for the man with the most home runs, the power hitter to beat all power hitters. And it tends to be a two-horse race between Vlad and McQuaid. Vlad has got a couple up his sleeve already tonight in terms of trophies, but he doesn't have this one. 34 home runs. Congratulations, William McQuaid. Now it is time for, I think, a bit of therapeutic trophy giving for all of us. It is the horse's ass for this season's worst player. One of the highest paid players in the league, and was an absolute embarrassment, as I say, all through the regular season. Postseason couldn't save you, mate. Congratulations. Horse's ass is Alex Bregman. Now it is time to acknowledge this season's best pitcher. Now, as we know, there is a formula we use to determine this, and that, along with all of tonight's winners, is listed down in the description of the video below. But in third place with a score of 34.24, it is the DJ. In second place with a score of 36.5, it is Carlos Vargas. But our winner this year with a score of 45.97, it is Jack Perkins. And now it comes to the batter of the season. Again, we have a formula we use to determine this, which is again down in the description below. But in third place with a score of 33.22, it was rookie sensation Moises Ballesteros. In second place with a score of 56.19, it is William McQuaid. Which of course means with a score of 64.96, this season's batter of the year is Vlad Jr. And now it's time to acknowledge this season's MVP by the giving of the Golden All-Star. And, well, it was unanimous. We didn't need to vote because nominations were unanimous. So a big, big congratulations to this season's Cubs MVP, Vlad Jr. Well done. Congratulations to Vladdy and the rest of the winners this evening. As I said at the top, it's been a season that promised so much, but in the end, didn't really deliver what we were hoping for. Salaries are a little bit of a problem, but we'll try and coax them down a little bit through the off season, maybe strengthen a little bit, and come back fit firing next season to go all the way and not just make, but win the World Series as well. So thank everybody in the auditorium tonight. Thank you for your watching at home. I look forward to seeing you back in the spring at Wrigley Field. Thank you, everybody, and good night. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. So there we go, end of season awards done for the year, and Arizona Diamondbacks are the World Series champions. So we were that close, weren't we, really? So it's a bit disappointing, but it's one of those, do you want them to get beaten in the final or the World Series in this case, or is it we can say we're the second best team if they win it. So either way, we didn't win it, so it's a bit disappointing, isn't it? Now, one thing that has happened while the World Series was going on is we've got ourselves a new manager, on-field manager. And this is him. If we're going to have an Australian GM, we might as well have an Australian manager as well. So Andrew Graham is the new man. Now, the guy that we had last year, Linares or whatever his name is, he wanted to do his own pitching coach. He wanted 1.6 million. And, yeah, so I decided against that, to be honest. If he didn't win the World Series, then he can bugger off. And we've got an inexperienced guy that coached the Lakeland Flying Tigers in the Western Division of something. So Detroit Tigers, ABOR. You know, that's a very, very high standard, known for bringing quality managers into the game. So I think we've done very well to get him. Never mind to get him for just the 1.1 million a year. But anyway, he's our new man. Hopefully he'll get the job done, because if he doesn't, he's going to be very, very expensive to fire on a $5.5 million contract for 5 years. Anyway, so that is that. Let's keep going here. Next up is going to be probably Major League Baseball awards, or maybe it's probably going to be what's it called, arbitration. All right, now we have our goals here, our goals for the new season. So achieve a winning record, acquire an MVP winner. I mean, we've already got Vlad. Didn't Vlad win it? Or am I getting myself mixed up there? Bring in a manager with a better reputation. Unfortunately, we have just signed the one we've got for 5 years. So that is build a top 6 minor league system, increase fan interest, improve international amateur fines, and reach the World Series in the next 3 seasons. You'd like to think if we keep you know, sort of banging around where we were this year and last year as well, for that matter, we should be okay on that front. Now, let's have a look at arbitration here and what we would like to do. Now, we would like to keep DJ. We'd like to keep Perkins. We would like to keep Cole Sands. That's a lot of money for a bullpen pitcher, though. We'll have to think about that. San Martin, we would like to keep. Cantorino will never play for us again, so he can leave. Clark. Not sure what we do with him just yet. Herta, I do not want to keep him for $6 million, so we'll try and trade him, and if not, we'll just let him go. Ethan Roberts, that's a lot of money for an Ethan Roberts, isn't it? We'll think about that one. Vargas we'd like to keep. Zerpa, $7 million is a lot of money for a Zerpa as well, though he was fairly solid last year. It's a lot of money, though. Edward, yes, we'd like to keep if he keeps injuring himself. Rafaela, we'd like to keep. Made, we'd like to keep. McQuaid at $22 million, we'd still like to keep. And Petey Crow, we would like to keep. And then the two that unfortunately won't be able to be kept. Nido, we're happy to let him go. Croquet, I would like to keep, but I have a feeling that he's not. Well, we don't have the money to keep him. We'll go and have a look at that. Let's do it now, actually. So yeah, we don't have any money available. We are massively over, and that's mostly down to McQuaid getting his wages and the 40-odd million we're paying for Vlad. So yeah, that is all what it is. Let's see if we can get rid of Herta, and we'll be back. I think MVP awards, baseball awards are up soon. Okay, MLB awards, and for the second year in a row, we have a Gold Glove center fielder in Petey Crow Armstrong, so well done to him. We can see the rest of the winners there. Next up is Reliever of the Year. Over in the American League, it was Yohan Duran, I guess we would pronounce that, that won Reliever of the Year. In the National League, it was Louis Freyas of the D-backs, and there was no Cubs to be seen. We have the Silver Sluggers next. So in the American League, we have here Harry Ford. It's an interesting name that I haven't heard before. And we can go down and see everybody there. And over in our league, we have Vlad Jr., perhaps unsurprisingly at first base. And no McQuaid this year, which is maybe a little bit disappointing. But there we go. Those are the Silver Sluggers. It is Rookie of the Year next. So over in the American League, it was Jose Cordero of the White Sox, and in our league, it was Ballesteros. He deserves that. He was absolutely brilliant this year. So that's all the Chicago Rookie of the Year. But for Ballesteros, though, he has added a Rookie of the Year to his All-Star, and that is not a bad first season of Major League Baseball, or first full season anyway. So well done to him. Next up is Manager of the Year, but not be the guy I just got rid of. So it is Nevin of the Angels that won it for the American League, and in our league, it was the Diamondbacks manager. So you've got to say, probably fair enough for him. Cy Young is up next. So it is Tiedemann of the Jays that has won it for the American League, and we can see the other winners there, or the other potential people. And in our league, it was Keena Leon of the Brewers. Perkins up there in third, so well done to him on the podium. DJ. It's got a bit of love there as well in the also Rens. So that's all good stuff. And now for MVP. So over in the American League, it is Julio Rodriguez of the Mariners that is there. He has won MVP. And in our league, it is Dela Cruz again. Cubs-wise, we had Vlad there in fourth. And anybody else as we scroll down? No, it doesn't look like there is. So just Vlad, which is, again, a little bit disappointing, to be honest. All right, we will be back for arbitration and free agency. We have breaking news out of Chicago as Cubs GM Ozzie Villon has traded All-Star shortstop Dansby Swanson to the Giants for a nobody in return. Now, in other news, protesters are marching in New York. So there we go, Dansby Swanson has left us. Now, he was coming towards the end of his deal anyway. He's 33. He was going to be on $26 million and $25 million the year after. Just $26 million next year and then $25 the year after. It's a lot of money for a good shortstop that never really hit for us, if we're honest. So I don't think he was worth the money. We have some, Kevin May can go to shortstop. We have Rafaela or Nimala, if you remember the end of last season, came in. So we have guys that can be just as good or almost as good defensively and certainly cost a lot less money. So now that's who we've got rid of. The man that's come in is this guy. It's Seth Lonsway. Now, he's a left-handed starting pitcher. Very good movement, so fits into sort of our philosophy there. I think value for money wise, I think definitely he works out for us, although he's a free agent at the end of this season, is he? So maybe doesn't change my thinking. I wanted to get rid of Thingo anyway, but if we can get him for... Is he on arbitration? Let me hang on a second here. So no, we just need to offer him a contract. I'm relatively confident he's going to do okay for us. 1.3 for 3 years. I can't offer him money. So actually what we've ended up doing is just getting rid of him for nothing. So that's fine. We've traded him away, and it's a shame. I would have liked to have kept him. But yeah, long story short, we've got that money off the wages, off the salary. And we needed to, because we were a lot of money over. At least now it's not quite so bad. But we've got arbitration to come yet, and it's going to make it a whole lot worse. Alright, now let's see exactly how much worse it is going to be. So arbitration, Zerpa got 7.5, which is more than what we ideally would have wanted him to. Julian got 4.5, so it's $1 million out on what we wanted. Sands is $1 million more. Jeez, we got absolutely mugged off. Of course we did well, isn't it? Roberts, so he got these 2.2. San Martin 3.8 is fine. McQuaid, $24 million he's going to earn this year. That is a lot of money. Perkins gets 10. I'm okay with that, I think. PD Crow, that's fine. Everyone's getting more than what we were offering them, though, aren't they? DJ gets more. Vargas, that's a lot of money for a relief pitcher. Kevin Maid, that's a bargain, I think. Rafaela is a bargain still. Actually, it's less than what he wanted. And Clark is, we might look to move him on for that. But anyway, free agency is up next. We're not going to have too much we can do, because if we go and have a look at finances, we are now back $34 million in the hole. We need more money from you, please, Mr. Owner. Yeah, we just need more money from you. All right, so here we go with the free agents. There's a lot of old guys there. Yeah, there's no one that really grabs my interest, I've got to say. So let's go and have a look at them in more detail here. So all players, and yeah, I mean, there's not too much. You could argue Duran. Now, he won a reliever of the year, didn't he? So he's going to be in demand. Shane Baz, $2 million is possibly a decent deal. But the issue we have, of course, is no money. And when you're trying to sign players, not having any money to do it is a problem. It very definitely is a problem. So here's Longsway, who we were going to try and keep. Yeah, there's just not much we can do about it right now. Ask for a response, and we can't, because see. I wonder if I could do a little sneaky one here and say we give you your 1.6. Yeah, no, we can't do that either. All right, well, it could be a very quiet free agent, so you might need to do some trades. All right, we have made a free agent signing. Now, the way we've done this is a minor league deal with a major league option. And yeah, it is Vincent Barrera, a 25-year-old Cuban, a very good defensive player, which is good. Decent bat potentially as well. Now, I always find that when you sign these international free agents, they probably need a season in AAA, or at least half a season, sort of to get used to things. So I don't think we'll see him opening day or anything like that. We'll call him in for spring training, put him in Iowa for half a season at least, and sort of reassess him at the All-Star break. But I think a left fielder, very, very good option with Petey Crow Armstrong in center field, Brennan Davis or Casey perhaps in right field, and that's looking a fairly solid outfield. But we'll wait and see. But yeah, Barrera is a Cub. Alright, so we've got some more movement, and this time it is a trade. Cole Sands has left us. He has gone off to the Red Sox. $8 million is just, given our financial situation as well, it's just too much for a bullpen pitcher. So he goes off there. The player we've got in return is Jake Elder. Now, I believe we've had him somewhere before, though I don't particularly remember where. Now, he's, as far as a bullpen pitcher goes, I think very, very similar to, or standard to what Cole Sands would have been, except he's a ground ball pitcher, which suits us a little bit better. He's a lefty, which is maybe too many left-handed options in the bullpen now. But anyway, that is all good. And he says he's a startup. I've signed him to be more like for like with a switch for Sands, but we'll see. He could do a job starting in all likelihood, but time will tell on that one. So that saved us about $4 million as well. So that's all good. All right, it is Rule 5 draft time. Now, there's one or two pitchers. I'd like to try and strengthen our pitching a little bit. The main guy I want to go after is this guy, Joswiak. We can see there very good movement. So ideally, he would be a good guy for us to get, I think. So we'll go and start the draft here and see what happens. So Joswiak is still available, so we will go and take him. Thank you very much, Chandler. Welcome to the Cubs. Let's go and see if anything else is going to happen here. So, no, it doesn't look like it. I wouldn't... Ideally, I'd like to get a starting pitcher in, but, I mean, it's Rule 5 draft. You're not going to really get too much in Rule 5 draft, are you? So, that's that. Yeah, at least we got one. Alright, we are at spring training, which brings us to the end of the episode today. Not too much done, but we are very much hamstrung by the money we have available to us. So this is the team that I think we are looking at to start the season. So Rafaela at second base, Petey Crow in center field, Vlad at first, McQuaid DHing, Bregman. I did have a little look at trying to trade him, obviously a massive disappointment through the regular season last season and on big money, but there was no takers there. Ballesteros, Rookie of the Year, would be the catcher. Then we've got Davis, Casey, and Kevin Maid in at shortstop, of course, with what's his face, Swanson no longer with us. Starting rotation, Alcantara, Perkins, DJ, San Martin, I think are all locks. And then we'll look at Newman, Edda, and possibly Chris Clark. I'm hoping someone's going to emerge through spring training as that fifth starter for us. And then the bullpen, we'll just try people out and we'll see what we end up with at the end of it. So that does it for today. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We'll be back for opening day. And opening day is going to be at home to the Toronto Blue Jays. Look at that. I haven't played them opening day before, I don't think. So that's going to be good. Looking forward to that. Let me know what else you think we could do. There's just, it's finances, isn't it? Finances is the problem. We have no money to spend, no money for extensions. Other than that, it's, yeah, very good financially. We have put season tickets up, ticket prices up a little bit, so hopefully that helps with something. Take care.